Apparently, Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. The focus was always he knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to global health. In retrospect, that was a dead end, and I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him. It just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret, and I, apologize that I...
With Bill Gates on global health initiatives or vaccines?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
How much did Bill Gates entities provide in funding to NIAID collectively since 2005?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
To your knowledge, did Bill Gates partner with China on sensitive research?
I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Do you know if Bill Gates' entities partnered with U.S. government classified programs?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
Did you advocate or request for Bill Gates to receive a security clearance?
I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Dr. Fauci, did you personally receive any royalty payments connected to COVID-related intellectual property?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Senator Scott.
Dr. Fauci, how do you ensure that our national security and public health is protected when private organizations work with foreign countries of concern and have the no government oversight, such as the Eco Health Alliance research grant you funded in a CCP military lab?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Given the culture of the pay to play at NIAID, did you or anyone acting on your behalf make any payment or enter any arrangement in any way or fashion to secure influence the broad pardon you received from President Biden?
Tienta probar la carne artificial, es porque no miras con atención. El que vendía
business for some time. You're gonna say that is something new, but the business, let's say from 2019 and 2020, especially from that moment to here, has been really good for a big pharma. So, oh my God, preparing for pandemics. Let's discuss next steps. There are these emails between Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein that have been exposed, in which, let's say, please find attached a draft agenda for the meeting on preparing for pandemics as requested. And this was from 2015. All right, let's discuss next steps. For example, how to officially involve the World Health Organization and ICRC as a co-branding. Best regards and hope we can pull this off. This is the kind of things that Bill Gates kept reaching out to Epstein for, reasons. And well, that's in 2022.
But microbes. Now, part of the reason for this is that we have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence. But we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Mr. Gates, it's a huge honor to meet you.
Just a quick question. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Will get attention this time. The pandemic, sadly, was fairly predictable, and it won't be the last pandemic. The next one could be far more severe.
I had predicted there was a risk of a pandemic, and sadly, that came true.
Dear Bill Gates, distinguished guests, it's so good to see you again, Bill, because the last time we met was just a month ago in New York at the Global Goal.
They may have planned the whole thing from the get-go. These documents prove that the infrastructure needed to profit from a major global pandemic had already been meticulously planned years before COVID-19. It exposes a massive financial system designed around pandemics that was quietly running long before the world ever shut down. Furthermore, it also shows many of the key players who were involved. Through an extensive review of these newly released documents, investigative journalists say
Jeffrey Epstein was a spy.
I believe very strongly he was a spy, yes.
And who do you think he was working for?
The Israelis. I'm confident it was the Israelis.
Like a fever. If we don't fix it now, it's at the point of no return. This is our last chance to fix this problem that we have. Or it's like a runaway train, and the time has come. This is it.
I love you. That'll be the ending of this, after the words.
People are always saying, oh, they think they'll take care of it. The government will, they who? It starts with us. It's us, or it'll never be done.
Tonight, the Department of Justice releasing their final batch of files connected to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. New emails from 2012 and 2013 show billionaire Elon Musk and Epstein coordinating a possible visit to the financier's infamous island. Musk asks when the wildest party will be. In another exchange, Epstein telling Musk there is always space for you and says he will send a heli for him. It's not clear if Musk ever visited the island. Musk's name has popped up in prior releases, including from the House Oversight Committee's release from the Epstein estate. He did not respond to NBC News' request for comment, but previously called Epstein a cretin and said he never advised him. Musk told Vanity Fair that Epstein tried repeatedly to get him to his island, but he declined. Emails also show Trump Cabinet Secretary Howard Lutnick coordinating a visit in the Caribbean in 2012. It's not clear if the meetings happened. Lutnick claimed to have cut ties with Epstein in 2005.
My wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again.
But the emails show drink and lunch meetings being arranged between the two well into 2012. A Commerce Secretary spokesperson said in a statement, quote, Secretary Lutnick has had limited interactions with Mr. Epstein in the presence of his wife and has never been accused of wrongdoing. The drop also includes a spreadsheet summary of complaints made to the FBI's National Threat Operations Center. It contained allegations against former President Donald Trump and former President Bill Clinton. There's no indication the FBI turned up evidence supporting the tips. And a note on the file read some of these individuals are reporting secondhand information and determined some of the tips were not credible. The DOJ later temporarily pulled the file without explanation. Both former presidents have denied any wrong.
Tonight, Hunter Biden speaking out for the first time, defending his business dealings in Ukraine, saying he did, quote, nothing wrong at all, but acknowledging to ABC News what he calls poor judgment.
Did I make a mistake? Well, maybe in the grand scheme of things, yeah. But did I make a mistake based upon some unethical lapse? Absolutely not.
Biden. Position on the board of a Ukrainian energy company, which reportedly paid him $50,000 a month while his father was vice president.
My last name wasn't Biden.
Hunter Biden's faced withering attacks from President Trump.
Hunter, you're a loser.
Tonight, Biden says
electrifying turn of events, Elon Musk has uncovered a jaw-dropping conspiracy involving music's biggest names. The billionaire entrepreneur claims Jay-Z splurged $20 million on radio airplay to dominate the airwaves. But that's not all. Musk alleges another $40 million was funneled into country music radio stations. The revelations become even more staggering, with $110 million purportedly spent on downloads. All this to secure a Grammy win for Beyoncé in the Best Country Album category. Is this the biggest scandal in music history? Drop your thoughts below.
At Sony, really high up in the music industry, that is the reason why all these allegations were then put on him, when in reality, maybe Michael Jackson was trying to expose something bigger. And now that we know Tommy Mottola and Jeffrey Epstein were friends and were in contact, and he's very much in the files, I kind of think this theory could be true. So on December 25th, Merry Christmas 2017, Jeffrey Epstein wrote to Tommy Mottola, "Zero, you are safe." And Tommy Mottola responded saying, "You're sure I don't have to do anything, just shut up and lay low?" And Jeffrey Epstein responded to that saying, "Sure." Clearly that's indicative that he is doing something. He's involved with some sort of shady business that Jeffrey Epstein was involved in. And, you know, Jeffrey was being investigated during that time, obviously what ended up leading to his 2019 arrest. So it is very concerning that he was like messaging Tommy Mottola, like, just shut up and keep quiet, lay low, everything's gonna be fine. I don't like that. And especially with
Tommy Mottola is a devil.
I've been working with witnesses to speak on experiences that they went through at Epstein Island and unlawful detainment by the Carters. I'm talking about Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles Carter, and Sean Carter. You're finally going to be held accountable for you, Sean. I'm going to be the one that does it. He lined up D. Haven, then he lined up Dame Dash, and I don't care how much you dress up that little clown witch you call a wife. I told you I'd make a deal with you. You leave her alone, and I'll never tell anybody what I know about Kathy White. That wouldn't turn out so well for your wife, would it?
Clarkson almost said the quiet part out loud, so Kevin Hart jumped in to make sure that didn't happen.
I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just, oh, they're in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah. That was my way of cueing you. Like, it's open dialogue.
Yeah, you want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can keep talking.
Time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. You know.
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah, yeah. Then it, no, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them.
Because every empire has its cleanup crew. And for Diddy, that was Fahim Muhammad, aka Mr. Fix-It. From overseeing security to internal business affairs, Fahim ensured that nothing got out that wasn't supposed to.
What's wrong, Michael? I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people. Don't want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore. I don't understand. What do you mean? Talk to me. I can't talk about it over the phone. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel in my soul, only God knows, they could shoot me. They could stab me. They could frame me and say I overdosed you with drugs. They can do a lot of things. Who could do these things? It's not the government. It's more than the government. But I don't know, Tita. I don't care. They can take me. I don't even care my life anymore. I just want my children. be okay. My angels. I want them to be safe.
Michael.
I gotta go.
Head of security was Fahim Muhammad. Quote, in 2008, Fahim graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration with a concentration in real estate and marketing. Michael Jackson died just 1 year after Fahim apparently graduated from college. Fahim was Michael Jackson's head of security and apparently second on the scene when Michael died. Then Fahim winds up as Diddy's head of security. Kind of weird. By the way, before we get off of Fahim Muhammad, remember his specialty in real estate from college? Well, he owns a real estate company, and he apparently has land right on the Mexico border. Check this out.
Fahim Muhammad bought 198 acres out here in Boulevard to get away.
It's real quiet.
The wall is right
Yeah.
there. Remember, that's from back during Biden's term.
As an organization that's just out of control.
Do you think the CIA have a strategy for podcasters and for podcasting?
I think, yes, now they do. It took them a little while to get current, but just like they, over time, developed a strategy with Hollywood, sure, they're developing a strategy with podcasters. You know, it was only in the last 10 years that the CIA opened a branch within the Office of Public Affairs whose job it is solely to liaise with Hollywood studios. The FBI's been doing this since the 40s. And the goal is that everything that comes out of Hollywood should be pro-CIA. And, you know, we end up with Zero Dark 30 and, you know, The Recruit and the CIA, Argo. The CIA is always the hero in these movies.
If you were still at the CIA now,
But I would never stop helping and loving people the way Jesus said to. He said, continue to love, always love, bring on the children, imitate the children, not childish, but childlike.
First, I'd like to thank God. First, I'd like to thank God who makes all things possible. First, I'd like to thank God who makes all things possible. First of all, I'd like to thank God who...
Sadly, we live in a state of fear. Every day we hear of war on the news, on the radio, and television. In the newspapers, always of war. We hear of nations hurting each other, of neighbors hurting each other, of families hurting each other, and of children killing each other. We must learn to live and love each other before it's too late. We have to stop.